Yo, what's up guys? It's Tendo Sage Namikaze, and to kick off the start of the new channel, I decided to do like a top 10, alright? So, this one being my top 10 favorite Naruto characters, as you can probably see from the title. This list is my personal favorite Naruto characters. So yes, it is biased, and it's gonna be my opinion. So it's not gonna be the top 10 strongest Naruto characters, it's not the top 10, um, best Naruto characters, it's just my top 10 favorite Naruto characters. So, with all confusion about these being the best characters in the show gone, I'm gonna go ahead and start my top 10 list. So, starting off at number 10, I believe I'm gonna put Obito here. And now, a lot of people might be on the side of, hating Obito for being the character that he was, but I think, out of all of the Naruto characters, Obito was a really interesting character, and not only in the fact that, his backstory with Kakashi and Rin, and, how he actually survived being crushed by the rock, with the help of Madara, but I think that his powers are also quite amazing. I mean, the guy had the Rinnegan, his Sharingan had one of the most OP abilities in the show. I mean, sucking yourself and other items into a pocket dimension is kind of overpowered, and just think how OP he might have been if he had actually had the chance to hone both of his Mangekyo Sharingan in his own eyes. Next up, it's gonna be Itachi, and there might be a couple Uchiha on this list, solely because, I mean, I think personally that most of the Uchiha are pretty cool characters. I mean, you can't tell me that Itachi's whole thing wasn't pretty badass. I quite enjoyed how thoughtful he was, especially with the Kodo Matsukami and Shisui's Eye, and how he had planned for Naruto to use that to return Sasuke to the Hidden Leaf Village if it had come to that, by reacting to his Mangekyo Sharingan. And I mean, with just that alone, if you just only known that about Itachi, you'd have to admit, for him to go through all of that, and he's actually on the side of the leaf and everything, if you had just known that he did this, you would think, okay, this guy is pretty smart, but not only is he this amazing at strategizing and just thinking ahead and intelligent when it comes to being in the moment and in a battle as well, but Itachi is very strong. He has a very wide range of abilities, including he was the first one to show off the Susanoo, which is one of my favorite attacks and abilities in Naruto. Uh, Probably Sasuke's being my favorite because it's a Susanoo that you most likely see the most, besides Madara's Susanoo because he's a pretty bad guy. But like I said, Itachi, number 9. Alright, so next, I have Madara on this list, and it's not a question that Madara would be on this list. I mean, everybody has their own personal favorite Naruto characters, and given a lot of the Naruto characters, and I mean a lot of those characters, are really developed, and their backstories are a little bit fleshed out. For the most part, a lot of the characters are really detailed and fleshed out, but Madara is pure coolness. He's just coolness embodied in a shinobi. He took out an entire platoon of men by himself without even cracking out the Susanoo. And then he cracked it out, did a little bit, and brought a meteor, an asteroid, onto the field and practically destroyed everybody. What more do I need to say? Going back through the manga and reading a lot of it, not too much of it, but just reading a lot of it, really makes me think how cool Kakashi really is. I mean, from the very beginning, he was the first one, even Sasuke Uchiha, the one remaining Uchiha that we see from the beginning of the very beginning of the series, is not the first one to show you the Sharingan. It's Kakashi, and not only does he showcase his abilities quite handily and destroy Zabuza pretty well, I would say, but he becomes a mentor for the main three characters, Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto, and really doesn't get too fleshed out until Shippuden, but it's in Shippuden where I think he really shines, because the whole connection with him and Obito and Rin and Minato and his backstory and just how he's still standing after all of these, tragic events happen to him is really, you really gotta feel for the guy. I mean, Kakashi's a really cool guy. There's no more I can say about him. From the very beginning of Naruto, the first series, by the way, the primary Naruto, you have a glimpse of a character by the name of Gaara. And initially, he is a bloodthirsty murderer who really just wants to carry out Orochimaru's wishes and destroy the Hidden Leaf Village. But later on, he does become a really interesting character, and I'm not saying he was not an interesting character from the very beginning of the series, but reading through the manga as well as watching clips from the anime, watching Gaara mature into the young individual, the young man that he becomes during the 4th Great Ninja War, especially because I think that's really where he shines, and it accentuates how well his character has grown. When he makes the speech to all of the shinobi, saying basically, doesn't matter how much we've differed in the past, we're all still shinobi in the end. That part was really an emotional part of Naruto, and I love Gaara. He probably could be higher up on this list, but I digress. Alright, getting in the top 5. So this is a hard decision because I really love all of the Naruto characters so much that it gets kind of hard to put certain characters in certain places because I'm like, no, this changes my mind, But number 5, Minato Namikaze. And I even have Namikaze in my channel name, so you'd think maybe Minato would be a little bit higher. No, I really love Minato, but I also really love the characters that are above him. He's the Yellow Flash of the Leaf. He's one of the coolest characters in the show, and you notice all the other Hokage are like, okay, Hashirama has armor and everything, that's all cool, Tobirama has armor, and then everybody kind of gets calmer as time goes on. Naruto has his little Hokage cloak, and Kakashi has his. But Minato was kind of the first person to be trendy and put flames on his cloak. He stopped Biju bombs, he's just a teleportation master, even though Tobirama created it. Minato mastered it, and it's just one of the coolest techniques in the entire show, and he's a great dad. I can't fault him for sealing the Nine Tails into his son. Number 4, oh boy. Alright, this is one of my favorites. I'm just gonna say Nagato, alright, because he is Nagato Uzumaki, and the first off, I think his character design, with the red hair and everything when he was reanimated was really cool, but I really, really like the 6 Paths of Pain. I know that that's not really who like Nagato was, and it was Yahiko's voice that came out of the 6 Paths of Pain for the most part, but Nagato was the one who was speaking, and the 6 Paths of Pain and just Nagato's mastery of the Rinnegan and all of the abilities that he's presented, along with how he changed as a character, and he's one of Jiraiya's students, and he came to the realization that peace could be achieved through Naruto, and that he didn't have to destroy everything, and he was the leader of the Akatsuki. He was the big dog of the Akatsuki, so, I mean, the dude's really cool, and the 6 Paths of Pain, are some of my favorite characters in Naruto. Like, just, the Tendo Pain the Deepa Path is my favorite character, one of my favorite character designs in the entire show. Number 3. Alright. Now, this is gonna be a hard one, but, I mean, even though I love him a lot, I'm gonna go ahead and put Naruto at number 3. Now, what do I have to say about Naruto? Obviously not much, because the guy is practically a literal god, at this point. All of the transformations that he's gone through, all of the character forms that he has gone through up until now, and just the emotional bond that you'd have with the character if you have watched pretty much all of Naruto along with all of Shippuden. um you're kind of attached to the character. And so, I mean, it wouldn't be a top 10 favorite Naruto characters list if you didn't have Naruto there. I mean, it could be, that's debatable. I might just be copping out and saying, oh, Naruto because he's the main character. But, I mean, whatever. Naruto is one of the greatest characters in the show, in my opinion. This is my opinion in this video. But, yeah. So, Naruto, I'm gonna put him at number 3. Number 2. Shikamaru. What? Why would you put Shikamaru above Naruto? I thought you said that you love Naruto. He came through the shows and watched the episodes and... Well, you know what? I love Shikamaru as a character as well. I wish that Shikamaru had had more screen time. He was one of the characters that had developed the most through Naruto. And one of the characters that I felt for the most in Naruto. And that was simply through one arc. And I'm talking, I really felt for Shikamaru, and that was through that Hidan and Kakuzu arc when Asuma had perished fighting Hidan and Kakuzu. So just through that one arc of Shikamaru and, you know, him growing up and kind of realizing this is the ninja world, like, we're not always gonna have successful missions and missions where people don't die. People die. This is a realization of what reality is to Shikamaru. And so, at this point, Shikamaru just kind of grows, and not only do I also love the character, but I love his abilities as well. You can't say that controlling somebody through their shadows isn't pretty cool, because if I could weave hand signs and control people through shadows, boy oh boy, that'd be something. Alright, that'd really be something. And, not only is he controlling people through shadows, but he's found, you know, ways to use the shadows as weapons. Like, shadow stitching jutsu, where they become sharp enough to pierce you. It's cool. Shikamaru is just cool. So who could be my pick for number 1 then? If it's not Naruto, and Shikamaru was above Naruto, and you had a plot twist kinda right there, like, who's number 1? Well, it's obvious, Sasuke. Why would I pick anybody besides Sasuke if I don't have Naruto at number 1? Well, okay, here's the thing. You're not gonna just say, oh, you're a Sasuke fanboy. Because, well, to an extent, that's true. I really do love Sasuke. He's one of my favorite characters. But, come on. Like, you can't just say Sasuke is not a cool character. I mean, sure, you can be like, oh, he just wants to be angsty. He's a teenager. Look at him go. But, in all honesty, if I'm being objective with the character, I love Sasuke as a character. Even when he's troubled and he's like, I'm gonna kill all of Kage before they come out of their cocoons, Naruto. So, you know, if you want to stop me, you gotta fight me. So, even through that, I think Sasuke, with the conditions that he has kind of been through, it's a little bit reasonable to assume that he might not be necessarily in the same mind as you or me might be, or as maybe like Naruto would be. And sure, I mean, like, it's kind of plot armor for Naruto to fight Sasuke still, to have their final battle and everything. But Sasuke is equipped with the Rinnegan, the Sharingan, and it's not just the Rinnegan, it's an upgraded version of the Rinnegan. He's equipped with a sword, which I always thought was cool. When, you know, Sasuke came out in Shippuden, and he just decided, I'm gonna have a sword, I'm cool now. And, all of the variations that he uses with lightning release. And not only his lightning release, but his fire release too. Because with fire release, he has come to use so many attacks, and he's come to the point where it's now blaze release because he incorporates his Amaterasu with fire release. And I think that Sasuke is in all intents and purposes a a really overpowered character, just in general. Like, he's overpowered. I think he's cool, and the fact that he doesn't have an arm in Boruto is kind of cool too. I mean, he's all mysterious and stuff, and I mean, there's a lot of reasons that I like Sasuke, but if I wanted to talk about like every single reason that I like Sasuke from the original series until Road to Boruto, then we'd be here all day. So I'm just gonna end the video here. So that's gonna be my video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna be making social media and such and other things so that I can start promoting the channel and stuff. And I'm really gonna work on promoting this channel now. I'm almost 18, and I'm thinking I need to get my stuff together. So this is one of the things that I want to do, and so you know, expect that to come eventually, and expect other stuff as well, probably like daily Naruto videos. I kind of brainstormed this before I went to school, so who knows if I might even upload daily, but we're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on it. I'm not gonna promise daily uploads, but I'm gonna work towards it. So without any further ado, I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. Just wanted to upload fairly quickly, so I'll see you guys later. Peace out.